All right, so we are now live with the schedule reveal for the SCOR S2 season. Um, Not really too much in terms of really needing explanation. Um, One of the additions that we put in was obviously was Germany coming into the lineup, which they are not. If you were to look in the Score F1 rulebook, they are not in there. Germany does now have a track that is going to be represented, and it's saying that it is a reaction track. So that's going to add to the slate of reaction um, options. So in the meantime, I'm going to give it a couple minutes here, and then what we will do is there's 15 weeks in the score racing season, so we'll go 16 through 24, and we'll see which tracks aren't going to be in the schedule for this season, and then we'll start from the top down and work our way through the schedule. All right. So, in saying that, let's get going here. I know I said a couple minutes, but I think we're gonna roll through this and just get the schedule on the board so that we have it and we can all get on with our night. Anyways, basically starting from 16 down, as I said briefly just a moment ago. These are going to be the tracks that are not, let me repeat, are not part of our season two schedule. So the first one is going to be Brazil. And then we have Spain, Monaco, Austria, Britain, Azerbaijan, Italy, Hungary, and Germany. Saying that, it's, you know, a good amount of tracks there that we didn't have on the calendar last season, or that we had on the calendar last season that we're not going to see here in season two. So it's going to get a nice little breath of fresh air there. We did see a couple good races here at some of these tracks this last season, so it'll unfortunately see them go to the wayside. But regardless, um, we will now move to the selection time for the schedule for the S2 season. Starting in week one here, which is going to be next Monday, a week from tomorrow, essentially, we are going to start the S2 season off at Singapore. Singapore, we actually did go to this last season, so it's not going to be too much of a surprise there. Going to be starting out on reaction. So in race two, we're going to Miami, which is a circuit I don't think we did not go to last year or last season, and that's also a reaction. So back-to-back reaction tracks here. Race three will be Canada. We'll be moving over to the momentum attribute. Bahrain will follow Canada, and that one is going to be a consistency skill set. So a little bit of variation there as we go reaction, momentum, consistency. Race 5, we're going to be going back to the reactions in Saudi Arabia. And in saying that, that means with our schedule, we're going to have the Netherlands pop in here, which is also a reaction. So we'll actually have 4 out of the 5 reaction skill tracks, actually 6, once we factored in Germany that didn't pop. So Abu Dhabi is going to be race number 6. and that is going to be for the first time a focus race for the S2 season. Race 7, we're going to be going to Russia, which is up in the momentum category. And in week 8, we will be heading to China, which is back to consistency base. So a little bit of as we saw last season, three attributes here getting much of the attention with reaction taking taking it so far. Week 9, we're going to see Netherlands, which is once again that last reaction track that was available there. So we're going to see heavy reaction starting out this season with 4 out of the first 9 races being reaction tracks. Race 10, we're going to be going to the United States for the second race in the U.S., second on the race list. And the United States track is a Focus, which we were there in season 1. Race number 11, we're going to be going to Belgium, and that is another consistency track. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's the third one on the list. Race 12, we're going to be going to Mexico, which is another consistency. So we're getting some heavy balance here between consistency and reaction for this season. A little bit of a change up from last season. Australia is going to be coming in for race number 13, and that is also going to be a consistency track. Race 14, we're going to be heading to Japan, which is a focus track. So finally, I think that is going to be our second, if not our third, focus track. So not too many on the schedule, turning into much of what last year was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, with reaction. The last race of the season and the season finale championship week is going to be France. France is a focus track, so we're going to get back-to-back focus to wrap up the season. So to take a look at the season schedule, we're going to go Singapore, Miami. Race 3 is in Canada. Race 4, Bahrain. Then we're going to head to Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi, which should actually, Russia will finish out our first 3 weeks of racing. China, Netherlands, the United States are going to be week 4 with Belgium, Mexico, and Australia, ending week 5 with Japan and France. They're rounding out the schedule and the season for S2. Not much else to say in this presentation here, as we are just sort of getting everything on the table so that you guys can start preparing for the next season as we look forward to season 2, new drivers coming in. We welcome you all, and we're really excited for the season to start. You guys have a good Memorial Day weekend, and we'll talk soon.